Hi everyone. Welcome to today's meeting, this space of co-joining and co-creating. It's really wonderful to gather. And today we're going to first of all address in words and then go on. People are still entering, so just a second. And then go on practicing what does a light body mean. Let us all just come in and then I can start. Okay. Can somebody just give me a shout? Is the background noise a little bit too much? Like the singing bowls? Not really?
Seems to be
No?
good.
Okay.
Seems to be
Sorry?
good. Seems to be pretty good.
Good.
It's not
Good,
much.
good, because the recording then when you do the meditation later, it's not very comfortable. Okay. So it is so beautiful how existential embodiment is happening in a cyclical way, but never on the same plane of a cycle, but an upward moving cycle. And we talked about this so many times. It's so good to have all of you here. And I would truly encourage you to look into some of the, well, you would call it channelings, because they are portraying you a different attitude, a different understanding of how we function multidimensionally. It is so important because it automatically opens your horizons to a different mode of thinking. And I'm just going to give you a very, very simple example. So today we are meeting, according to humanity's understanding of Monday, it's a dull day when the week is starting and you have to work, and we have some preconceptions about Monday, but aren't we making the Monday really exciting? I do not have any connections to days anymore in my life. Like, I don't like Wednesday and I love Saturday, you know? Um, so this is a very banal, simple example, but this is how we are in understanding our reality as well. And what I want to talk to you about is that what does your light body have to do with your conception of reality? Your light body looks like this. I'm just going to share my screen. So this is how it looks. This is an older way of understanding what a light body is. And I am showing it to you that when we're practically actually doing the restructuring and activation, that you see this. So let's start with the downward facing triangle. So you have a 3D triangle. Yeah, you have a 3D triangle, a downward facing one and an upward facing one. And the downward goes below your feet all the way up to your heart level. And you see this edge looks forward for the down moving one. And then you have the upward one above your head, touching your at least soul star chakra, all the way to your knees. And they're 3D. And that the edge of the upper triangle is in the back. Yeah. So it's good to have this notion. Now we have a newer way of understanding now that the light body can take and contain more light when it is a ball of light. So nowadays, a ball of light is a much more evolved sacred geometric pattern than this, I think it's tetrahedron, it's called. I'm not good at these mathematical terms. So I'm just showing it to you. We're going to work with the ball of light, because what happens is that when it starts moving and spinning, both of them spin up and down and all sides. So they're actually forming a ball of light. And this is what it is catapulting you according to your level of consciousness to the appropriate dimensional realm. So this is actually, you call it like a spaceship. And this is not woo-woo. This every single human being has this. And when it's activated, then you use it. It's very simple. When I give you transmissions, or we together come, but I am the conduit of that. I need to use my light body in order to transfer that type of resonance. And every single human being is now developing a higher level of consciousness. What are some of the things that are blocking or not allowing you to fully activate your light body? A very limited understanding of reality, which you can thank society and your parents and your family and your lovers and your friends. So society, your traumas, and your ego attachment. So the more you're attached to your understanding of yourself, who you are, what you like, what you think is correct, this all blocking the light body formation. Because for that, you would have had to already had an activated heart, the higher heart, and the higher mind. In order to really assemble that light body, it's good to also have assembled your soul fragments. The soul starts fragmenting when there's trauma that happened in your life. So the soul fragments, and then you have to kind of gather that, and we're going to work with some of the soul retrieval today. And the bottom line is, I research a lot of ancient Hindu philosophy, and honestly, these books really contain the essence of what we need to know. And then there's this new paradigm saying, oh, these are just old belief systems, dogmas, we don't need to know of them. Well, I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, because according to most of holy Hindu texts, everything is mind. Everything is mind. The mind, I told you this before, is not in your brain. The mind is everything. And according to Hindu texts, everything that you see as phenomenally appearing somewhere is the Mahatattva, which means the great multiversal mind. Now you are that mind. Once you penetrate all through the dimensions, you are the one who has that view. So depending from what dimension you are looking from, that is your mind, correct? So if we're here all awakened to a certain degree, we do not have a solely 3D mind anymore, correct? But if we, let's say, we're seventh dimensional beings and they are barely even physical, so that is your mind. And everything you see happening to you is a creation of your mind. And maybe not your mind only from this lifetime. And I want to say that there's no objective world out there. Again, this is hard to understand for most of us, that there is, what does it mean? There is no objective world out there. That's also written in the Vedas. Actually, the world outside of you does not exist. This doesn't mean that we're going to retrieve and bypass spiritually. It means that we know how to create from a higher level of consciousness once we know everything is our mind. So everything, in fact, that you see in your outside world is the reverberation of what is inside you. I know you learned this in some cheesy New Age book, but that's not my purpose here. It is a much deeper concept, and this is why, as creator beings, when we are trying to open more and more, that entails detachment from this ego identity, detachment from your preferences, and also I want to really ask you not to use spirituality as a very quick leeway. Oh, I do this mantra or I do this and that's going to bring me this or that. Spirituality is not about gain. It's actually losing everything that is not true. And the light body formation depends on how much you're ready to let go of your beliefs, identities, healing traumas. And usually we work on getting out of victim consciousness, correct? So that is the most basic step. Getting out of relationships that no longer serve you, any type of relationship, whether it be with your boss, with your parents, with your beloveds, it doesn't matter who, that it has all to do with your light body. Because how can you start vibrating at a higher level when you're really stuck in this 3D mentality? And by the way, which really helps me, most of our nightmares that are manifest, so-called, out there in our reality is actually our subconscious mind materialized out there. So a lot of self-punishment, self-laceration, self-hatred. And I can honestly share that my issues in my life, I really resonate with this, that they are showing me what is lurking in my unconscious mind. All of it. And this is why we stop pointing outward. We bring it all back here, we heal it, and then we expand. Let's just go back to the tenet that everything is mind. Everything is a play of energy, and everything is a play of frequency, density. And yes, we know that, but existentially embodying this information is really, really useful, because that automatically starts flipping your coin, flipping all of your views. And it's also, I want to add that at the end, how we change our life and how through this work, what we do, how this work changes our life is not straightforward, and it's not what the mind is expecting. I had a very, very, very hard case. Now, it started more than a year ago. I mean, of course, it started 10 years ago, but a year ago it really got difficult, and it's shifting only now. But know that I have been working on this on a daily basis. And when something radically shifted in me, that's when I saw the outside shift as well. Almost miraculously. And know that always those issues are going to be put in your awareness as hardships that still need to resolve on an ego level. So this is why let's drop the victimhood. We're not saying that we didn't have hard lives, but the approach now is different. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say. Oh yes, and also you can ponder that if you want to break this agreement. A lot of very high dimensional souls come to this earth plane with a contract because they sign up for this plane of very stark contrast in order to have spiritual evolution, or a much faster spiritual evolution, because from 5D upward you don't have such a stark contrast anymore. The duality is not there, and you evolve the fastest through duality, through evil and good. But at the end it doesn't really exist. It does exist here, but from a higher dimensional point of view it doesn't exist. So you ponder deep inside you whether your soul is ready to break this contract of you signing up for a very dense, very hard, stark reality. Do you need this for your evolution still? This is I think a key point, because everything that's happening to you, you signed up for it consciously or unconsciously. Otherwise it cannot happen according to universal law. Okay, so let's start with the light body activation. Also, there's a lot of clearing that needs to happen in the field. We're going to call back the soul fragments and then start using our light body in order to, through opening the heart. Okay. I have done 2 other light body activations, and every time it evolves what we need to address. Okay. I'm just going to very quickly clear the space. We can drop all the words. Words are not the truth. Allowing now this space to calm down. Even we can drop this idea of the light body. All the ideas. Let us drop all of it. Every idea comes from a sense of past Just like what I said now is past already. And the only truth that exists is your immanence. Immanence here, right now. And this information is slowly emancipating humanity out of their servitude. It is doable. Draw your attention and focus to the back body, to the spine. Your light body uses that axis, the axis in the middle of the spine. And the heart becomes this perpetuum mobile, which is a machine that does not need fuel, never stops, self-generates. And allow yourself to start breathing. Place your attention and focus to the back body at the level of the heart. And just see it as we are activating our remembrance, oneness with Source, which is also oneness with your 12-dimensional shield of protection. So start from the heart space, moving up your crown, all the way through the central sun, Alcyon, and Source itself. And from the heart space, we move again down your spine, through your tailbone, out through your Earth star, and call yourself back to this XY parameter, meaning the consciousness is now beamed into this bodysuit. And we can plug into the 5-dimensional new Earth axis. The 5-dimensional axis, which is closely connected to your Earth star, is an essential nexus point to activate your role as a soul here on this planet. And then we drop down to the crystalline golden white heart of Mother Gaia. And what you are doing now as you activated your central pranic channel from the middle of Mother Earth, one heart, your heart, and Source heart, we are as a body suit translating the Kundalini electromagnetic frequency through our vessel. We're acting as conduits, translating multiversal electricity. So just see how your spine is lighting up. And I thank Mother, Father, God for this beautiful light portal. I ask Mother, Father, God to overlight and oversee this teaching and transmission, healing. And I ask to activate the 12th dimensional shield of protection for each one of us present or listening at the next now moment. And I also ask to activate the 12th dimensional shield of protection for the group avatar field. And I command that only the highest truth, love, light, wisdom, will can come through this portal. And everything and anything that does not match the frequency of our true nature, Mother, Father, God, has this option to leave and return to their place of choice, or return to light. I ask Mother, Father, God to clear every light fiber, and we already have this ground base for your light body, which is your central pranic channel. And we do not need to perform yogic exercises constantly, never-endingly, in order to attain a fully activated light body anymore. Due to the frequencies that are now available on this planet, we need to somewhat practice these practices in order to keep up our vibrational frequency. Allow your body to just ease into this very beautifully high frequency. It is reminding you, readjusting you, attuning you to the frequency of your natural being. Humanity's naturally high frequency being had been altered, manipulated, inverted, and now we are returning to this natural oneness with the self, the Mother, Father, God being. And I ask Mother, Father, God to allow the fully embodied presence of our higher selves command, I ask to embody my higher self, my I am presence, which is the Christ itself. Declare I ask to embody my soul, I ask to connect to my soul monad, avatar self, Mother, Father, God. I call in the unadulterated primary Elohim, Archangel Metatron. And I call in Melchizedek, Master Melchizedek, into this portal in order to guide us exactly towards what this group setting needs in order to heal, restore, activate our full light bodies in order to return to our most natural state of existence. So it is. Allow yourself to feel at ease, letting every single muscle relax in this bodysuit. Know that you are a very, very complex, high vibrational being who is now relearning to use its full capacity. And for that, you need to be open, abandon yourself to the highest vibration of pure source light. You hear this beautiful waterfall in the background. Just feel how this water fall is gracing you from source. And it is a very, very active, potent, crystalline, golden, electric light reaching your crown. But before it reached your crown, it had surpassed your stellar gateway, your soul star, your causal chakra, your crown. And then it's directly flowing from the crown through your spine, down your tailbone, as if there was a beautiful river the middle of your body, and the river of the spine is now slowly widening because The frequency of light is restoring all of the nerves. Imagine as if there was this shaft of light from your crown all the way coming down your spine, which is now much wider, all the way down, down. It's as wide as your womb, actually, for women, and your hara space for men. It's melting all of the chakras. Listen. The instruction had started. These are very timely, momental, and momentous teachings for our golden age. And the light shaft is oozing out from between your legs, clearing out all of your shame, it's clearing the knee chakras, it's clearing the feet chakras, and it's clearing your Earth Star chakra, all of the congested fear patterning that you have accumulated throughout your experiences on this planet. And the more open you are, just allow for the highest good of all. Abandon yourself to this grace. Like a little baby who has an uncompromised trust towards life, because it had not separated yet from life. And you see, life is also this oneness with your source being. You, dear ones, have connected mostly from a very low vibrational sequencing, and you mistaken it for your reality. Allow now this to be washed away. We're still activating the central pranic channel. Melting all of the chakra fields into this one golden sphere. And it takes a bit of time until all of the chakra fields melt into the sun of consciousness. Allow, as this you feel, you hear the waterfall of light cleansing you from above. But this is not just cleansing, it has a multi-dimensional purpose. I ask that each soul hereby present or listening on be fully embodying their higher self, their soul self. Na, 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 na. Calling, calling the soul back. Calling, easing the soul back. I ask for the full reassembling of all the fragmented soul elements, pieces, back into this body's holographic field. It's like when the mother is singing to its child so that it is eased into sleep. We're not sleeping, we are reassembling, easing into the luminescence of your soul. Ma, ma, dee, 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 dee. And if you are incited now, I can feel that. Some of you are incited to use your light language. Use your light language with the attention, intention to call back all of your soul fragments from all space-time. All space-time. I'm asking all of the throat chakras to be fully, fully, fully rehabilitated. Na, 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 na. Wah, wah. These sounds bypass your conscious mind. You may be finding them funny. That's good. Giving this whole process a less serious attitude. Slowly the chakras are forming into this one united golden chakra field, so that there is no separation you see anymore. And as this beautiful golden shaft of light, the river of your being, is readjusting all of your planes of existence, to the highest, most possible frequency. You are becoming a star portal here on Earth. I'm programming this shaft to rehabilitate the vagus nerve. Finalize the activation of the Alta Major Chakra. The intensity is very high, so allow yourself to stay in this body. Do not leave. Do not astral project yourself into any space, because you need to be here in order to use your light body. And know that life is very, very, very simple. Abandon yourself to the only truth, which is being one with yourself, the light of yourself, and everything else. Birthed from this self. And now just shift to the level of your heart, the back side of your body, and see how the central power source of your united chakra field, the united light body field, Merkaba vehicle field, is your heart space, and it is expanding 360 degrees, creating these very powerful waves of harmonic frequency. I ask for the system to system alignment. Thank you. These harmonic frequencies are emanating from the 0 point field, from your deepest core, the heart space. They're creating ripples. So there are these light ripples. It's the same thing when you throw a stone into a lake. But the lake now is this golden crystalline, luminescent sun. And these waves are healing. All the holographic inversions. I ask all the entities to leave now. Just make this beautiful command that I let you go now with love. With love. Thank you for your teaching. Thank you for the experience. I am ready to leave you now. I ask this healing vibrational pulsation to start fusing into the physical body, Annamaya Kosh, the energy bodies, Pranamaya Kosh. Allow it in for the highest good of all. There's no interjection into this field. It's impossible. Pranamaya Kosh. The mind or emotional field, Manomaya Kosh. These are like concentric circles that your entire being is made up of. I ask for the restructuring of the mind emotion holographic field. Higher mind field, Vidyana Mayakos. Clear all of the false negative AI, all the imposed archonic sequencing of holographic turbulence in order to dishevel a harmonious field hologram now. I ask for the stroboscopic pulsation of this light in order to cleanse all of the interjections into the field faster. Stop. Okay. And dear ones, we are entering the Anandamaya Kosh, which is your bliss body. I ask for the activation of our bliss bodies, Anandamaya Kosh field. These are also the parameters of your light body. Feel whole. Feel this wholeness, expansiveness, and learn something now. You feel this expansiveness, wholeness, and it's penetrating the deepest sinews of your heart space, and then it goes out, fluctuates out and comes back in. We're dealing with metaversal fluctuations of sacred geometry. And just feel the joy, the ecstasy of your cells being upgraded in this physical suit, body vessel. Just feel it, how beautiful this feels. Every single cell is returning to its ecstatic life force frequency, activating the 22 strands of DNA, upgrading the interstitial fluid, which means between the cells, the fluid. Allow yourself to train your consciousness to feel the ecstasy in this limited form in the body and to be expanded at the same time. And now in this beautifully expanded field, we're going to call in the remaining fractals of the soul, if there's any that had splintered off from your harmonious holographic field. So we're just going to call back all of these splintered off elements. I ask to call, close, cancel all of the parallel timelines still open. Cancel now. Draw your attention and focus into the center of your light body, which is your heart. And call back all of the timelines into the 0 point. I command now to collapse all of the other timelines into the highest timeline of Mother, Father, God, Law of One. I ask the light bodies to now start spinning at a higher frequency, and the spinning acts as a magnet, magnetizes all of the splintered off soul fragments. Ina na na. Ina na 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 na. Ina pa. Da 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 da. Opening, allowing your soul fragments to just float back into your soul monad. Idida. Feel this beautiful love of your soul. There's no deeper love. The soul is this highest frequency, unconditional love that does not know anything else but itself, expansive, healing, all-embracive, all-forgiving, all-accepting. Feel the exuberance. There's this beautiful childish exuberance of your soul. It's the same as your bliss body. Anandamaya Kosh. It's playful, curious, open. And let's expand so wide, each one of us. This is the light worker paradigm. Let us all expand, unite from our heart space into the heart space of Mother Gaia and into Source, and embody this entire planet, planet Earth. And see how your body is the body of planet Earth, harmonizing all life, restoring all the people into unity, love, higher knowing, wisdom. I ask for the rehabilitation of this planet. Transmuting seamlessly transmuting all suffering, all lower vibrations. There's so many guides present right now. And I ask the collective unconscious, subconscious, to be restored, cleared, adjusted to the highest frequency of Mother, Father, God, which is your frequency. You see what you're using your light body for. You can enter any realm. But I warn you, you can only use your light body for the highest good of all. And allowing now the development of our rainbow bodies. The golden crystalline white has a reverberation of all the 12 creational rays of the primary Elohim. in this state of dissolution, expansiveness, know that you are the mind of God. You are the mind of God. You are that which is the backdrop of all creation. And you just play the eternal play of creation, lila. How does a God being create? It creates for the highest good of all. And how does a God being create? It creates through ecstasy. It creates through abundance, because its being is abundance. I ask to upgrade each one of ours plane of abundance. Cleanse, and you have to give your permission. I am ready to cleanse and upgrade my plane of abundance so that I allow abundance to flow through my matrix field. So it is. I am one with the abundance of the Creator. I create in line with the highest will for the good of all. Do you have a sense of abundance right now? Abundance is synonymous with wholeness. It's synonymous with expansiveness, with wisdom and love and creation. And just allowing these abundance blocks to melt in this frequency. And if it brings up a bit of fear, then allow the fear to also melt. Beautiful. I ask Mother, Father, God to seal this transmission in all the four corners, in all the four directions. I now command that each one of us would have their own light body field, sovereign, functional, fully activated. So it is. So we can disconnect from each other's energy field and collapse the holographic field that we've created now. But we still have our sovereign, activated light body field. I ask this teaching and transmission to be translated into the cellular level, all the way through the first dimension, throughout the 12th dimension. Thank you. I thank Archangel Metatron, Melchizedek, Babaji. I thank our guides, our master selves, our higher selves, our soul monads for this work. I thank our souls for the guidance. And I thank our 3D body vessels to be open to reconfigure to match our full potentiality. Thank you. Now we are ready to play a different game. We've played the game of limitation. Now we're ready to realign to our highest potentiality. Thank you. Wow, beautiful. I ask to adjust the frequency to be fully integrated into this 3D body so that the integration is seamless, is the most gentle. Adjust the system to system. Transfigure. Embed now. It's been a while since I worked with Metatron. I hope you had a very clear sense of what your light body is. It's very simply put your aura spreading at least to the 12th dimensions or limitlessly outward, and your heart being the generator, and you are embodying God's light, oneness with your being. And you use this vehicle to be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And that is the only reality. So if you want something to come into being, then you use the universal or multiversal mind And then when you collapse it, you collapse into the 0 point, into nothingness. You see how abstract this all is. And only the mind makes it into, well, pleasant and unpleasant things. So every time you see or feel some interference, automatically drop the mind into the heart space and start expanding. Call in your 12th dimensional shield of protection. Expand your heart field, open it, and command it. Because you are a creator, so you command. If it's hard, it's good to have it after sex, so you command this heart space to clear all of your energy matrix. But make sure that you connect to the highest source. Just the way I taught you, all the way to source and down to the center of this planet, because this is where you are at the moment. I mean, you're at many, many places at the same time, but we think we're here right now. Wow, there's so much like exuberance. Emmy, do you want to comment? I just want like an insight if you feel like it, how you feel it.
Hi. um, it was like an instant zooming into this white tunnel of light, and then once you zoom into the heart, then that becomes the projector outward. And it, I started to realize, like, when you're in that space, um, like the accessibility to the other realms becomes much more easier.
Well, that's your accessibility to other realms, exactly.
Yeah. And this is the first time for me in this manner. Um, the tension, funnily enough, I had it in my throat and then it got released. And then nausea came up, funnily enough.
I still have nausea now.
Yeah. And my higher heart and my crown is really active.
Make a command to go down to the Earth Star, because then it stays up here. Go down to the Earth Star. Thank you. It's good to have some kind of like and a sharing, because everybody has their own hologram. I mean, even I appeared in your hologram. We all have dreamed each other into our reality, and each one of us has a very unique reality. And that is the mind, that is the universal mind. So you see, like, this already is rewriting your concept of what is real, because nothing is really real, and nothing is really fully true unless you're one with your God self, which is a no self.
Yeah.
I think this was so interesting.
Yeah?
Yes, I was so excited to do this. And I felt big tension in my heart space. I don't know why.
Because it was activating.
Okay, then it was the first time that I felt like, whoa, okay.
Very good. This is an open space. So share.
Thank you, Esther. That was a beautiful session. I felt a lot more collapsed and centered during the session, whereas a lot of times my mind tries to pull me in different places. And then with that came a lot of peace, serenity, harmony, and a knowingness of everything's going to be all right. So it feels beautiful. At times, my mind will still try to pull me away, but focusing on your cues and your visualization and the line in the center, the heart line or whatnot, just helped a lot, and I feel very at peace and clear and one with the environment right now and with myself. It was an amazing session.
Thank you. You see, you have ventured into this work.
Yes.
So just be patient with yourself. You just ventured, and it's rewriting very fast.
Yes.
It will rewrite very fast.
Yes.
And I also have to say that was the very first time for me that I opened up into this field, in this expansive field. And it made me cry when you said that you saw the guardians coming in, because I saw that in the very first second when you said that, and like tears were just running down my face, and like I still have this expansion of love in my heart. It's like I just want to explode.
Yes. It's all here right now. You see, this is how we're rewriting reality. Because we can, yes, Bevjin?
Yeah, I was preparing. You're not finishing your sentence?
Yeah, that's how we rewrite our reality.
Okay. Yeah, my body was hurting even before. I had Friday. I had a dance, and there was some little confrontation. What was the trigger? And for now, I had a friend who I invited for this work, and he didn't respond at a really nice way. So that triggered some how do you call that? Not trusting.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a working with not trusting, and the mind came by with different things to distract. Yeah, my muscles are like really cramping this weekend and today also, like my legs and my neck and head and shoulders. And it feels like illness, like a cold, but I don't know what it is.
I did feel this. I did feel this mistrust in the field, and what the instruction wants, because there's so much instruction. I don't translate all of it to you because I would not have. I would need like 3 mouth people to narrate all of that. But so the mistrust just said that it was a lack of ability to let go.
Okay.
And yeah, I feel that this work is very clear. Like there's not much lower dimensional attack. Now I know how to hold the shaft clear. But you know, I'm not saying I'm all knowing. But
Yeah, but the suspicion, that's the word I meant, but it's not mine, of course. It's just suspicion from the mind. It's not mine, but it came by and I had to work with it because it triggered something. Yeah. And I recognize it is control and fear. Yeah. That's okay. It's there, so.
True. Well, I had it too. I had it too so many times.
It feels yeah, pretty spacious now, pretty open, and my whole belly feels open, and my body feels connected. So yeah, my heart is open. Yeah, it's
Can
good
I
to do
tell
this.
you? Can I tell you here what your field is saying?
If you can tell me,
Yeah, would you like me to say what your field is saying?
yeah. Oh, fields. Yeah, yeah, sure.
Your field is saying that there are very strong ingrained loops that are making you addicted to suffering. And this is just, you need this because this is your sense, how you sense your avatar here in this realm.
Mm.
And this is why it's making it so addictive, because you vibrate. Of course we all are multidimensional, but in order for you to feel your being here on earth, you really like are addicted to this feeling of unease and suffering, and that is the basis of your entire character right now.
Mm. Yeah.
No wonder why you signed up for this work. I had the same thing.
Good to know. Yeah. Do you think? Do you think I have to clear something with my father and mother in the energy field?
No, it's much deeper than that.
Okay.
It's more karmic.
Okay.
But yeah, mother and father are more immediate. Yeah. So don't theorize it.
What can I not do? What can I do?
What you can do is just notice that you have this ability to be open, just like now. You have this
Mhm.
ability to be really open and in love in each moment. But there's always this command to not go, to not feel that because you don't trust that.
Mhm.
And it became a personality. And
That's good
Amalia,
to
you
know.
have a sense of that too.
Yes.
Yeah, we all are reverberations of each other, correct? I mean, and we're clearing it. We're just clearing it.
Thanks. That's good.
Well, thank you guys. It's so beautiful what we bring through. I mean, I never knew what was going to come up. I had no idea. And it was very, very amazing. Thank you. I mean, we're working with amazing guides. Yeah. Thank you, Dominic, for coming. Thank you, all of you, for coming. And see you next Sunday for a practice, and then Monday. Much love to all of you. Thank you. Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.